And now for our feature presentation.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Aubrey S 1987, in which we're going to be getting to my run of Jeopardy for the PS3, my original run, I should say, in which this is game 3, and so far in 2 games I've won $37,600. What will happen in game 3? We shall find out. What do you say, Tiger? Think we'll have a good game? Yeah, I agree. I think because I like the multiple choice options that this game has on easy difficulty, so that's exactly what we're going to do. Do you agree with that, Tiger? Yeah? I do too. Yeah, Tiger just being adorable, as always. Hard to believe he's 16 years old and still doing great. And I hope you keep it that way. Uh-oh. I think the game froze. Oh yeah, this happens from time to time. Here. I'm gonna turn the game, the system off, turn it back on. See if that helps. Yeah, this happens from time to time. There. Let's try it now. Okay. Let's go over here to game. Alright, let's try it again. Yep. I got a little behind the scenes. Yep. Jeopardy on the PS3, game 3 of the original run. So I'm hoping we have a good game. We can skip through all this. Alright, the game froze up right at this part right here, but it's okay. Let's try again. As we try to add on to our $37,600. Oh, there we go. Now we're making progress.
This is Jeopardy! Please welcome our contestants. Player 1. Player 2. Player 3. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trevette.
Thank you, Johnny Gilbert, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Let's take you right now into the Jeopardy round. Clues are worth $200 to $1,000 in these categories. Words,
There's a lot of them.
birth and death,
Controversial.
country cookbooks,
Oh, there we go.
world travel,
I like that one.
literature,
Notice the L.
and the 20th century.
Which I can
Player
remember.
1, you start.
Let's start with birth and death, 200.
The number one cause of death in the United States isn't cancer, but disease of this organ.
What is the heart?
Let's hear it, Player 1.
I don't wish that on
Yes.
birth and death.
A cuneiform tablet dating to 2000 BC is the first known reference to the type of birth associated with this Roman leader.
Who is Julius Caesar?
Okay, Player 1. That's correct.
I'll take birth and death.
Player
The
1. Death in Venice is from this waterborne disease that has caused several pandemics.
Waterborne disease. What is
Let's hear it,
cholera?
Player 1.
No. How about what is cholera?
Right.
Birth
Player
and death.
Louise Brown, the first baby conceived as the result of in vitro fertilization, was born in this decade.
What is the 1920s?
Player 1.
No. How about the 1980s?
No, that's not right.
My decade.
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this?
So it wasn't the 1980s.
It's Player 2.
Was it the 1960s?
No. Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Player 3?
So that can only mean it was the 1970s.
Correct.
Okay.
Player 3, you start.
Gonna finish it off. All right.
For 2011, the 10 highest fertility rates were in countries on this continent.
The 10 highest fertility rates.
Okay, Player 1,
What is Africa?
you are correct. Player 1, start us. Fit for a King is full of his favorite recipes, including the chicken served at his wedding to Priscilla.
Who's Elvis Presley?
Player 1? Right. So the Little House cookbook features frontier foods from this woman's classic stories.
Who is Laura Ingalls Wilder?
Okay, Player 1? Good.
Player
This
1?
daughter of Maybelle Carter honored her mom by writing Mother Maybelle's Cookbook.
Who is June Carter Cash?
Okay, Player 1? Hey, you're right. You'll find Goober's banana pudding in this Mayberry Auntie's book of delightful desserts.
Who is Aunt B?
It's Player 1. Good. There's a recipe for butcher holler possum in Your Cooking It Country by this country music queen. Okay, Player 1.
Who is Tammy Wynette? Or no, let's try Loretta Lynn. What is Loretta Lynn?
That's correct. Player 1. Pick again.
Literature for 200.
The ban on this D.H. Lawrence book was lifted in 1959 in the United States.
What is Lady Chatterley's Lover?
Yes, Player 1? Correct. Player 1. Federico Garcia Lorca wrote a famous one of these for the death of a bullfighter.
What is a lament?
Yes, player one? Yes. Player Whitman's When Lilacs Last in the Dooryard Bloomed was an elegy to him. It's player one.
Lilacs. Who was Abraham Lincoln?
Correct. Polonius tells this character, "This above all, to thine own self be true."
Who was Laertes?
Okay, player one? Yes. Player
This
one? This woman was the subject of Petrarch's Canzoniere.
Canzoniere.
It's player one.
Who is Laura?
That's correct. In the 1920s, this fascist leader of Italy set up a puppet regime in Albania and reconquered Libya.
Who is Benito Mussolini?
It's player one. Good for you. Player Elizabeth II succeeded her father, this man, who died unexpectedly at age 56. Yes, player one?
Who is George the Sixth?
Good. It's the Daily Double. And you have the lead. You need to select your... Here is your Daily Double clue. On February 8th, 1904, Japanese ships attacked this country's fleet at Lushun, Manchuria, beginning a war.
What is China?
You are still in first place, though. Here's what we wanted. Russia.
Okay. Oh well. Still in the lead.
So on February 15th, 1965, Canada's new flag, which featured an 11-pointed one of these, flew for the first time.
What is a maple leaf?
Okay, player one? Yes. On Valentine's Day, 1989, the Ayatollah Khomeini showed no love for this author's satanic verses, giving him a death sentence.
Topical.
Let's hear it, player one.
Who is Salman Rushdie?
You got it.
Word.
Select again. If you say, "I'm eating a hot dog with this," you could mean a chopped pickle topping or just plain enjoyment.
What is relish?
Okay, player one. You got it. Player Chat one. About this in your chat room. Chat is merely a shortened form of this 7-letter word.
What is chatter?
Player one. That's it. This name for a work of art that you may carve in art class comes from the Latin for to carve. It's player one.
What is sculpture?
Right. Player the name of these small towers, often seen on castles, comes from the Old French for small towers.
What are turrets?
Yes, player one. That is correct. From the Latin for almost last, it means, next to last.
What is penultimate?
Okay, player one. You got it. Player one. In July, you can sun yourself on this island and attend its Reggae Sunfest.
What is Jamaica Mom?
Player one. Right you are. Dating back to the 6th century, Église Saint-Germain-des-Prés may be the oldest one of these buildings in Paris.
What is a
It's
White
player
House?
one.
Or maybe a palace? Try a palace.
Sorry, that's wrong.
A palace, alright.
Any other takers?
I am still in the lead with over $10,000, so that's good.
Yes, player two.
Prison?
No, sorry. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response?
This is not a prison. We know what it is.
Let's hear it, player three.
It's a church.
Yes. Player three, you're in command of the board as we continue right now. Here's Kelly with the clue.
You might think twice about traveling to Réunion Island in this ocean. It's home to Piton de la Fournaise, one of the world's most active volcanoes.
What is the Pacific Ocean?
Okay, player one. Ooh, sorry. That's incorrect. Any other takers?
Oh. Could it be the Atlantic?
Here's what we wanted. The Indian Ocean.
Oh, the Indian Ocean. So I would have been wrong either way.
Player three, back to you for our next selection. Yapese and Ulithian are spoken there too, but shoppers should know this official language of commerce in Micronesia. Let's hear it, player one.
What is Tagalog?
No, that's not right. Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this?
No, they speak Tagalog in the Philippines.
Yes, player two.
Is it English?
Yes.
Oh. Click the last clip.
And now the $1,000 clue. Don't miss Russia's Winter Palace if you go for this opulent style that preceded Rococo.
Preceded Rococo.
Yes, player one.
What is Baroque?
That's right. Way to go.
Start.
Player two is in third place, which means, of course, player two will select first in Double Jeopardy. Categories for the Double Jeopardy round are: It's not ancient history. Ain't we got pun? Astronomy. Classic kids lit.
Ooh,
Gems and jewelry.
a lot of them.
And the songs of Paul Simon.
Very
A
good.
lot of clues, a lot of categories, player two. On January 12th, 2010, a magnitude 7 earthquake struck the capital of this island nation.
What is Haiti?
Player one? Yes. A lot. In February 2010, the Winter Olympics began in this host country. Yes, player one?
What is Canada?
Yes. Dozens of journalists were killed in a November 2009 massacre in this country's Maguindanao province.
What is the Philippines?
Let's hear it, player one. Right you are. Protests accompanied the December 2009 UN Climate Change Conference in this European capital. Yes, player one?
What is London?
No.
Big hit.
Anyone else?
Not too big a hit. Was it Copenhagen?
We're talking about Copenhagen.
In Denmark. Okay.
In August of 2009, this nation pardoned 2 American journalists who had been arrested for illegal entry. Yes, player one?
What is Iran?
No. Anyone else?
Back under $10,000. Aw, strudel.
Here's the correct response. North Korea.
North Korea. Okay.
You again, player one.
Ain't we got pun?
A scholarly paper on punning restaurant names was titled, Do Drop In, and This Vegetable Entertain You.
What is lettuce?
Let's hear it, player one. Right. A presidential exhibit at the National Postal Museum was called This to the Chief.
What is mail?
Let's hear it, player one. You got it. Player
About
one. Comparing a pair of beetles, a punchline in Master and Commander is choose the lesser of two these.
What are weevils?
Okay, player one. Right. Player 8 months pregnant, Jolie Fisher did a cabaret act entitled From Here to This.
What is maternity?
Let's hear it, player one. You got it. Player
Punning
one.
on Glenn Miller, a 1985 film with Gina Davis as a vampire was called This 65000.
What is Transylvania?
It's player one.
Or no? Yeah. Go with it. Go with it.
Yep.
That's fun.
You again. With the demotion of Pluto, it's now the smallest, least massive planet.
What is Neptune?
Player one.
No. What is Mercury?
Right. Player
To
one.
northern observers, the most brilliant part of the Milky Way is found in the Archer, this constellation.
What is
Player one.
Sagittarius? Or what is No, let's go with what is Orion.
Ooh, sorry. That's incorrect. Anyone else?
Aw, strudel.
We're talking about Sagittarius.
Oh, it was Sagittarius. My first instinct.
Player one.
From the Latin for kernel, this solid center of a comet consists of ice and dust particles.
Player one.
What is the nucleus?
That's right. Way to go.
This critique of pure reason author called some fuzzy objects island universes in 1775. He was right.
Let's hear it, player one.
Who is Thomas Paine?
Nope. Sorry. Any other takers? Okay, player three. Yes. Player three, start us.
All right.
The constellation Coma Berenices, or Berenice's Hare, was given its exact form by this Dane in the 1500s.
Let's hear it, player one.
Who is Tycho Brahe?
You are correct.
Lots of kids like
Player one.
This story begins, all children except one grow up.
what is Peter Pan?
Okay, player one.
Pizza Pan.
Yes. Player
In a
one.
novel by Francis Hodgson Burnett, 7-year-old Cedric Errol inherits a title and is known as Little Lord This.
What is Fauntleroy?
It's player one. That's correct. Answer. One of the daily doubles. You are currently in the lead. Answer this.
This classic is the first book in Madeleine L'Engle's Time Quartet.
What is A Wrinkle in Time?
That puts you even further ahead.
Completes the title of a classic about an African-American family. Roll of Thunder.
What is Hear My Cry?
Let's hear it, player one. You got it. Player
The
one.
Black Pearl and Island of the Blue Dolphins are two classics by him.
Yes, player one.
Who is Scott Odell?
That's correct. Player one.
Legacy rings inspired by the Edwardian era are exclusive to this preeminent Fifth Avenue jeweler.
Yes, player one.
What is
Yes.
Miss Tamblin knows that lots of jewelry is made from this brownish-yellow fossil resin.
What is Amber?
Okay, player one. That's correct.
In 1974, the newly discovered gem Tsavorite got its name derived from this continent's Tsavo National Park.
What is Africa?
Let's hear it, player one.
Good.
Player
Jimmy
one.
will present this clue.
Headdresses of silver or white beads are common among the Aka, a tribe indigenous to the southeast part of this continent.
What is Asia?
Player one.
Good.
Player one.
The name of this romantic ring comes from an old Irish fishing village that's now part of Galway.
Player one.
What is Ballyride?
Any other takers? Let's hear it, player 2.
Cleto?
Good, good. Back on the plus side. Player 2, you start us off.
Songs of Paul Simon.
It begins, "Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again." Player 1,
What is Sound of Silence?
that's right. Way to go. In Mrs. Robinson, Simon wrote, "A nation turns its lonely eyes to this man." Yes, player 1?
Who is Joe DiMaggio?
Yes. Answer. The other Daily Double. You are in the lead right now. How much? Okay, here is the clue. Goodbye to Rosie, the Queen of Corona. See you, me, and him down by the schoolyard.
Who is Julio?
That puts you even further ahead. Simon's 1973 song about this color transparency film said, "Give us those nice bright colors." Let's hear it, player 1.
What is Kodachrome?
That's it. Here's the $2,000 clue. In Bridge Over Troubled Water, Simon told her to sail on by. Your time has come to shine. Yes, player 1?
Who is Cecilia?
Anyone else want to hazard a
It's
guess on
runaway
this?
game, so I cannot be caught in Final Jeopardy.
Player 3? Yep. Good game. All of you will continue on to play Final Jeopardy when we return. Final Jeopardy still to come, and here's the category. U.S. politics.
Yuck.
So, what's your wager? Our Final Jeopardy clue today is, since 1960, only Massachusetts and this state have produced more than one of the 10 Democratic presidential nominees.
That's my answer.
And your response?
You picked what is Minnesota.
How much do you add to your total with that correct response?
$200.
What did you say?
You also picked Minnesota.
How much do you add to your total with that correct response?
$5,750.
What did you say?
What is Minnesota?
With that correct response, you will gain.
50 grand this game for a 3-game wins total of 80.
Congratulations, player 1. You're the winner.
I'll see you all for the next game.
Thanks for playing, everybody. See you next time.